Welcome back, everyone, to the Grindhouse Frostfront Qualifiers Day 1. We have our latter half of Group B matches here. We have Meadow versus Gorillas here. We have Kex on the side of Gorillas here, playing Killer against the Meadow Survivors on Wesker on Shelter Woods 1 here. We're gonna find a really fast chase onto someone near the edge of the map. That is ended up going to be Citro. Playing this Orman tile here, not the strongest tile to be against if you're Wesker, depending on it. Pile is, yep, that pallet is so mind gameable. It is not safe at all, especially if it's dropped already here. Kexo showing earlier that they are very good when it comes to getting these bounds done on Wesker. We'll see if he's able to do it again here, playing around this God Rock. But against Wesker, it's not much of a God Rock, is it? Ooh, it doesn't even need to be a God Rock here. He's ended up going for the N1 hit onto Citro. It's going to be a very early first down here. And you're gonna see the very standard build of Agitation, Pain Res, Corrupt, and Brutal Strength for Kexo here, and immediately opting to use one of the Pain Res tokens here. So, Robot, I know we saw Kexo earlier playing Wesker. Do you expect a very similar performance against Meadow, or do you think that the Meadow Survivors can put a bit more of a fight?
Yeah, I was just discussing this with the staff. I'm not all that familiar with Meadow.
Ooh.
Oh, well, Exo missing the bound there. Unfortunately, the tree is just too big for Wesker to go around it. Yeah, so I'm not familiar with the players of Meadow. I may have seen him, maybe a little bit of them when they did some scrims on Grindhouse, but so far. Kexo is having a little bit of difficulty here getting Draxi down. Draxi keeping some check spots here. Of course, Egg is playing a little bit of I guess difficulty here for Kexo to be able to get the bound. But no, I mean Kexo able to get Draxi here on the vault with the pallet dropped. But we have one generator completed. Kexo has had to go all the way across the map, so the unhook onto Citro was, they didn't have any cost to them. It was for free. Kexo having to come over all the way here to continue the chase to Draxi. Pain Res hooks have been used, however, and it's very early in the game, so we have 4 gens still to go for Meadow. So yeah, we'll have to see. One thing I wanted to point out also, why I wanted to point out is that Kexo, the first chase that happened in the last match against, I think it was Misery, was in this tile over here. And we are back here again. So Kexo taking the chase onto Nancy and getting the bound really well here, and Kuzeka is gonna have to get a good chase here to try to get Meadow back on track.
Yeah, absolutely. Kuzeka taking the chase towards the edge of the map with not a lot of resources left to go. That's be another hook for Kexo. Already starting off pretty strong here. The unhook on the Drax is going to come through, and as well as another gen popping. So we're down to 3 gens left for the Meadow Survivors here. Using Agitation to carry Kuzeka towards the middle of the map, trying to get a Pain Res, but ultimately not opting to use a Pain Res token on Kuzeka here. Unhook on from Draxi. We're back in the same area that Draxi was. Kexo potentially trying to catch out either Draxi himself or potentially the unhooker that went for him. We're gonna find scratch marks along the edge of the map heading towards Shack. That's probably Draxi. I can't tell from a distance. Yeah, that's definitely Draxi here, getting chasing in after a hook. And like I said in the earlier mastermind set, this is a very dangerous spot to be in, especially since your infection is still ticking down here. Draxi gonna get hit very early on, the infection ticking up again with Shack to work with. Can they make pallet in time? Yes, they can, and it's gonna be a stun for Draxi here. Getting a little bit more distance, but the full infection coming out the way. That 7% hindered. It's not going to let them to go much further here. They do a really good job of pathing, trying to lose Kexo for a little bit, but they cannot move much further anywhere. Ooh, but Kexo misses the second dash. That's going to be really big for Draxi. Draxi has a little more distance to work with here. Going to take the vault in the Orman tile. Vaulting it back again here. Oh, they're doing it. Draxi's doing an amazing job. Fully infected, trying their best to survive against Kexo, as we another gen popping during that chase, and that's ultimately going to be the grab onto Draxi, ending that chase. Very strong performance coming from him. We're gonna find a hook near the edge of the map, and the painless token's already been used on Draxi. That's the second stage for Draxi so far. We have 2 freshes. We have 3 freshes and 2 survivors with 1 hook stages on them, and then 1 survivor Draxi with entering their second hook stage. So overall, Kexo is doing a really good job, but not as strong as I'd say for against Misery. But I could definitely see this honestly spiraling into maybe a 4K1.
Yeah, definitely. Meadow here given quite the performance. Draxi delayed the down there for quite a bit, even with the full infection. You know, I think it's 7% hindrance that you get after you're completely infected with Ouroboros. So able to do a great job
That's
here.
not a hit.
Unfortunately for Kexo
It's a
here,
throw.
he's not gonna get the down as fast, I guess, but able to recover quickly. That was kind of a 50-50 there for Citro, and they lost. So Kexo getting another hook here. I think that's Citro's second hook, if I remember correctly. And still no one you know, of course, you know, we have Draxi and Citro on death hook, but you know, it's still 4 survivors at this stage in the game for Kexo, not getting anyone tunneled out. That may be a little difficult, especially because they finished 1 more gen. So Meadow showing you know, good progress here on generators. Oh my gosh, what? Hey, it was just a throw. No. Kexo like timing that so well, you know, getting the infection. Oh no, unfortunately for Draxi. Oh, as they hit the full infection right at the last second. Oh my gosh. So Draxi did not get their infection off, and they're paying for it now because they went for the unhook, and they were they were in full health, but right as the second bound came over from Kexo, they were fully infected and grabbed. So very unfortunate there for Draxi because Draxi was juicing earlier. So now we have the last fresh hook here with Lara and missing. So Kexo not be able to hold the bound for long enough, or you know, at the right time to let go. And so Lara is going, or Lily, yeah, is going to live and not even get infected. So that's great for them. So yeah, so we're at 1 generator left. We saw some progress there on this generator. That I believe this is Kuzeka. Oh no, that was Citro there getting down there, unfortunately. So Kexo good game sense, deciding to leave Lily. You know, understanding that the chase was gonna take too long even to get a tag onto Lily, so he didn't want to risk someone else finishing that generator. But they are the survivors of Meadow are splitting the pressure, so we do see more generator progress here on this section of the map. So Kuzeka keeping the check spots there, keeping distance. Oh wow. Okay, so I would have ran the same way that Lily did, and you know, Kexo just you know, having great game sense and knowing where to go. So Kuzeka is going to avoid the first bound, and the second. Well, you know, we didn't see the second one there. So Kuzeka keeping track of Kexo here really well on this Gatrock, and potentially going to keep the chase. Oh my gosh, going into 50-50 there. So Kexo is going to have to play. Yes, Kexo is going to have to work a little harder to get the down here. And Kuzeka just, the patience is insane. So we are going to see the last generator completed. I appreciate the staff of Grindhouse letting us watch the chase from the perspective of Kuzeka here. And the double vault, and Kuzeka here for MVP along with Draxi keeping
Oh, he's still alive.
So busy with these, and using the full extent of that window, getting it blocked by the entity. So Kuzeka here playing this Gatrock so well. And they're going to go back to the tile. I don't know if this is the right boy. It is the right play because they are still alive, and Kexo having to use both bounds and not able to get the down. So Kuzeka here continuing the chase. Is this window going to go and open again between? This will be crazy.
The bloodlust was too built up at that point. Kuzeka had nowhere else to run here, but Citro and Lily are both actually fully healed. They reset. So this isn't quite over yet. They can get the obviously they can go out here. They can just, I'd honestly say, just take the leave, because especially if you let Lily leave, she's still fresh hook. That's a fresh hook for Meadow, just walking out the gate. That's gonna be pretty big, especially when Meadow is gonna be on the killer's side. Are they gonna be able to get this gate in time? Yeah, Sideshow gets a gate in time, and he's gonna be able to leave. And I think Lily is either on another gate. No, wait, Lily's still here? Wait, what?
Oh.
Wait, why is Lily still here? Wait, no, this is bad, actually. Can he get the grab onto Lily? Oh, but Kexo's zoning it out pretty hard here. Can he get the down on the Lily?
No, he's gonna wait for the.
Wait, they're gonna wait. Are they gonna heal tech her? They're gonna heal tech her. No, wait, but the grab onto Citro though. Ooh, that's not great. That's just extra stages for. That was looking really good, especially towards the end when Cusack was in match. But that end game got messed up a little bit here, now resulting in a couple extra stages for Kexo here. So now that is a 3K with 9 stages. So now we're left with a pretty similar win con as earlier of now it's either a 10 stages win or 9 stages with the 4 freshes. So we're gonna take a short break as we set up for Meadow's killer to kill against Guerrilla Survivors to see if they can beat that win con.
Hello everyone and welcome back to this Frostfront qualifiers matchup between Gorilla and Meadow. We have Meadow playing killer at the moment, and we saw Kexo playing killer for Gorilla earlier, getting 9 stages, 3 fresh in the previous match. I am robot casting today alongside Monarch. Monarch, Meadow needs 10 stages or 9 stages for fresh to win and take the 3 points. As you mentioned at the end of the previous match, it's the same win con that we saw Misery when they played against Dead Future. So we know Gorilla has very strong survivors. And, I guess, at least I haven't seen much of Meadow before. So Kizeka here on the Wesker. What do you think we're going to see here from Kizeka?
Well, I as a caster, I always try and remain as neutral as possible, but I just want to put some input that I am. I used to be teammates with Kuzeka on one of the teams, and I know back on the team that we were together on, he played a lot of the Wesker for us, so I'm confident in his abilities to play Wesker in the set, especially now with the root source being gone here. That's going to be free tag onto Dan here. And we're going to try and follow with the bound. Can the bound hit come through? No, instead we're going to take the vault through the pallet. Dan, this chase is going to keep on going. You still have this pallet in front of main to work with. That's be a pallet dropped here, and that'll be an immediate break for Zeka here. Gonna keep the chase going, trying to catch up with Dan. Meanwhile, pallets gen's already been done on the background here. 1 gen pops while Corrupt is still going. That's most likely a double gen if I had to guess. So I think the survivors of Gorilla just really want to get a gen out the way as soon as possible here. Chase keeps going on to Dan. Dan on the edge of the map with not a lot else to go, but Kuzeka misses the bound, the second bound. Now Dan still has more distance to work with. He's going to take that vault through. He's going to have to play around this window. Not the strongest window in the world. Yeah, it gets mind gamed at that window. It's not going to be a down for Kuzeka. First down of the match here onto Dan. Build wise is a pretty standard build, I'd say, but opting for Noed instead of the agitation. I like this adaptation from Kuzak, because when it comes down to it, win condition is either 10 stages or 9 stages with all 4 fresh. So if it comes down to an endgame scenario where really you need to get one person in particular, Noah is a perk you want in that scenario. With 2 gens popping though, that's not a very good start actually, because that was a lot of time taken from Kizeka to get that first down into Dan here, but Kizeka finds someone at the edge of the map. There's gonna be a free tag onto Anna as the unhook comes through from Dan here. We're gonna get another chase onto Anna. Anna, not a lot to work with here. Has to work with this double window setup here. Not the strongest setup in the world, and this looks like it's gonna be a free down onto Anna, and that it is. That's gonna be another hook on the board for Kuzeka.
I'll see you dead.
Yeah, Kizeka doing a great job there zoning Anna around this tile, because even though he didn't get the down, or I mean the bound to hit Anna, he was able to zone them and able to not allow them to run that tile the most optimal way with the 2 windows. Like you said, it's not the best. And now Kuzeka finding Dan at the edge of the map here between between Shaq and this death zone kind of, because this pallet is now gone, and now Kuzeka able to just walk down Dan, and Dan, you know, last resort, just going to the edge of the map. Gonna go down relatively quickly, to be honest. Oh my gosh, but the double pop, that is insane. So Gorilla has been on the gens, and they are very efficient. So now we have a second hook for Dan, and Anna, of course, is on death hook now as well. But with only one generator left, it's going to be difficult here to meet the win condition of 9 stages, or 10 or 9 with 4 fresh, or 10 stages altogether. We do have Noed on our back pocket as well, however. So Kuzeka here not betting completely on just the regular, or the duration of the match here when all generators are completed, but also having Noe there can make things work for them. And Anna again caught out of place, unfortunately. I'm not sure, there's not a lot of stuff, not a lot of resources here to play around. And Kazeka doesn't have agitation, but there's a hook over here that he's able to use and get the death onto Anna. So now, oh, I'm sorry, it was the second hook. I'm I'm
Yeah,
completely,
it's Dan and Anna are both on second stage. Kexo and
yeah.
Spec have no stages.
Got it. Okay, appreciate it. Thank you, man. I haven't. Um, I'm not keeping track here. So Yuzeka now finding Spitz, and
Ooh.
unfortunately Spitz vaulting back into Yuzeka. So now here's a chance to get another. Oh no, that was too close to the edge of the rock. So unfortunately here for Yuzeka, not able to close out this chase fast enough. So now Spitz is going to make Yuzeka waste a little bit more time.
Oh, it's gonna miss the second bound as well. That pallet's still up. Spitz working back towards the main building. Main building doesn't have a pallet left, so it's gonna rely on a bunch of the windows scattered about. But we're able to make the second window. There's just Kexo just sitting in a building for no reason. But Q2nd misses the bound and misses the second one as well. Oh no, this is tragic. They really needs this down onto either Spitz or onto Kexo. Kexo's like nearby. He could go for it as well. Goes for the fake as well into the pallet. That's gonna be another miss. This chase is a tragedy for Kuzeki here. Noah coming to play, and the stun coming through as well as the last gen pops. This is absolutely tragic. That last chase did not go the way that Zeka needed at all here. We're gonna still try and go on to Spitz here. Spitz chasing near one of the gates, but they can easily just work on the other gate. Wait, that's Anna working on the gate right now. That gate is open. Oh, this is interesting. Kuzeka gonna just opt to take the death onto Anna here. I think he realizes that like they can't let either of them crawl out. So now this is a hook onto Spitz. That's a death onto Anna, and Kexo and Dan are right. Yep, that's GG's, because not enough stages on the board, and not only that, Kexo is fresh, got out. So even with that, that is going to be the win for Gorillas, giving Gorillas another 3 points, moving Gorillas up into the 6 points territory here. And that's Meadow. Meadow joins Misery in with the 0 points category here. Overall, really well played by Gorilla. They were absolutely fantastic. The chases lasted as long as they needed to get everything done, and especially that chase at the end on Spence, that was absolutely just cinema coming from him. So that's gonna be the win for Gorillas here. And we're gonna move on to Meadow versus Dead Future. See if Dead Future can go undefeated in this group, or maybe Meadow can get some points on the board. So stick around. We're gonna go to a quick intermission as we get the next match sorted up. We'll be right back, everyone.